Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Meredith. In today's video, we're going to be journaling for a whole month. So this is the month of December. Right now it's December 2nd, so I've already basically failed at this, but that's okay. There's 31 days in December, so I figure if I journal for 30 days straight, that's basically a month, and that'll count. You can watch this video to hear a little bit more about my journaling and the types of journaling that I like to do. The upshot is that I have barely journaled for the past year, like barely. This journal, like usually I fly through them, but this is not even halfway done. So I need to fill this book out. And I decided that I would do this several months ago when I kind of realized how crazy my fall was going to be with writing one whole novel from August to October and then doing NaNoWriMo, writing 50,000 words in November after I'd already written a lot in the months before. And so it's just been this roller coaster of constantly creating, constant output. Slowing down would really, I would really love that right now. But actually, I'm going to keep writing my NaNoWriMo novel until I finish it. So even though I'm not taking a pause on the writing like I thought I'd be to really focus on journaling, I'm still going to journal because I think that the benefits of it are still going to help me even while I'm still doing a lot of writing. So I'm sitting here and making a commitment to journal for the next 30 days throughout the month of December and take this last month of the year to kind of do some reflections when I have barely self-reflected at all this year. And I don't know how it's going to go. But we're going to find out. If you enjoy the content, give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And now let's head over to the vlog. It's December 4th. I thought I would do a little update. So I have been journaling every day, so we are not slacking off. We're really doing this thing. Thought I would just tell you how it's been going for the past couple days. So I started off by just being kind of at a loss of what to say because it's just been such a long time since I've really dug into journaling, and it was really weird to just be like, this is kind of unfamiliar territory all of a sudden, and it hasn't been since I started journaling when I was very, very young. Before I could spell, I'll tell you that. So basically, I just started out catching it up, pretending it was, like a friend or something, where I was like, here's all the stuff going on in my life. And here's, genuine thoughts about why it matters, but pretty surface level stuff. That's not really digging into my psyche or ideas that I'm interested in. I mean, the journal is a reflection of how well I know myself. And it's if I don't know what to tell it, how well do I know myself right now? And so I had to work at it. Last time I journaled very, very seriously was the spring and summer of 2020. I knew that I was going to kind of be inside for months and months. And so I started to journal and just decided that I would journal every single day of quarantine. And some really funky stuff happened over that summer. And so I have that all written down. And that's really, really important and precious to me that I have all of that. And I wanted to keep that up, but it just kind of fell by the wayside as other things happened, and I got married and moved and started a new job and all that kind of stuff. So it's fun to get back to it because there's a lot that's happened since I was journaling regularly. I just didn't expect it to feel so alien, but we're gonna warm up to it. Today's December 6th. I've been journaling for 5 days now, and I think I'm getting used to it. I've not been at a loss for what to say, which is good. I actually am really looking forward to journaling every day. In my day, I'm I can't wait to go and do that because this is terrible to say, but it's not often that I really slow down and have a chance to just think. And I honestly can't imagine what the heck I was doing for the past couple months with a schedule like that's this nuts when I wasn't journaling. I mean, I was kind of unhappy in that department, which is why I started doing this in the first place. So now it's all making sense. I needed to slow down, but I just really look forward to the time because I get time for myself. And not that the time that I'm spending on other stuff isn't for myself, like the writing, but that's output and it's exhausting. And the journaling is just, it's like filling the well. I actually didn't realize until just this moment as I was filming this update how much I'm falling in love with it because I'm still writing a crazy amount this month. So time has not stopped. Life is not still. Work is revving up again. Life just keeps going and getting crazier, and I'm at my limit with not being self-reflective and taking at least some time in a day to actually think about life. It is December 9th. It's about midnight. The journaling is consistent. I'm noticing that I'm writing about a page every single day. Like, I haven't really indulged and gone over, but I'm definitely like I haven't written under a page. So that's good. I'm like keeping up with myself, using it to, kind of just tackle the first thing that is on my mind and not really going deeper, but like, that's okay. I've also noticed that it's been like a weirdly hard week. And so I think it's been a really good first week to start journaling because there's just been like something to talk about every day that I'm like, ideally, I'd love to go past this. I'd love to like dig deeper into things, talk about ideas, like talk about, I don't know, my story or something. But there's just been like life things to talk about and just to like capture and just do a tiny bit of processing about. It's just been a good week to start journaling. Okay, so it's December 19th. Yesterday, I actually took like an hour and a half to 2 hours and read through all of the journal entries that I had in this journal since July of 2021 when I started my job. And it's just crazy to me. Journaling to me is an art form, and it is especially an art form to me because it's the only form of creativity that I do that I don't care how it turns out, and I'm never looking for quality because I'm doing it for like mental health and just because I enjoy it. Everything else I'm doing to get a product that I hope will be good, whether it's poetry or painting or drawing or obviously writing. And with journaling, that's just not the expectation. It is just a representation, a snapshot of me at any given moment. It just makes me so happy to have something where I don't have to perform. And so then something really genuine comes out when I'm not striving towards a product. And I had just completely forgotten about that and completely forgotten like how freeing it is to not care about that and to create anyway. So that's one thought. Hopefully my experience is just going to get better and better. But so far, like, this is pretty much the best thing that I decided to do in December. This is much needed and a perfect time of year to do it. Okay, it's December 21st, and I just wanted to give a quick update because I feel like there's been like a slight development, and it's nothing big, but I just wanted to talk about it because I think it's really fun and it shows like the evolution of getting back into journaling, having no idea what I'm doing, warming up to it, still kind of just not knowing what I'm doing, but having a crutch like for emotional processing, and then really getting into it and having all these thoughts. And now we're here, and it's like I feel like there's been a little bit of like an explosion where putting together the puzzle of like what's going on in my head right now have been things that I kind of have to force into being when I get to the page. But today and yesterday, I've kind of just been having like successive like sparks of ideas about things that I find really important. I was just like, okay, I need to go home and journal this because this is like something that I haven't thought about before and that I think is important, and I need to capture it like a little firefly in a jar and put it down somewhere because this is how I'm thinking about myself in this moment. And I think I feel this way a lot, but I haven't been able to like put it into words or like find a perfect metaphor for it yet. And I think I got one. And so that's what I'm going to go do right now. And in fact, there's been like kind of an avalanche of those. And so I think what I'm also going to do, besides, kind of just process, is also do a list, my 10 idea list, and kind of pull all of the sparks of ideas about this topic and put it all down here so that like in the coming days I can kind of go through each of them in here in more detail. So I just feel like there's really, really good stuff happening. I'm finally like kind of breaking the dam of being able to think about these things throughout my day rather than just when I come to the page. I think this is only a good thing. Like, this is a great trajectory of just being able to think more critically on the one hand and more gently on the other about like my own brain and stuff. And so I think we're doing really well with this whole journaling thing. And again, like, it gets better and better. And I didn't expect there to be like such a clear progression like this, but like, I can't wait to see where it goes next. So it's December 31st. It is obviously New Year's Eve. I've just finished my last journal entry of 2022. I thought I'd film a little update. It's like 15 minutes before the ball drops, so I have to go quick, but I'm not in my normal spot. So while I've been on vacation, I have missed 3 days of journaling. And I think it's just been a product of like, there's a lot going on. It's hard to find like alone time and downtime. And so that's okay. I'm not concerned about that. I'm not upset about that. And so today is the last day of my journaling challenge. And I think I did pretty well overall. Obviously, I could have done a little bit better, but I just finished journaling kind of like my goals for next year and like it's just some of the things I'm thinking about. I think my general takeaway from the year and from what I just journaled right now, because it's New Year's Eve, is that last year I did so much writing and poured so much into that that I think I did neglect things in my life that I want to kind of remedy in the next year. And so that's kind of my focus is I'm not going to try to slow down on the writing, but now I know that my focus needs to shift from like incorporating writing into my life in a big way because I've done that and it's there to stay. But now I need to shift my focus back to these other areas where I let things slide and let's pick those back up. Let's pull those back into the rhythm. And part of that is this journaling. But the journaling just provides me like a lens to actually look at those things and to decide I'm going to be purposeful about the things that I do and the way that I think and the goals that I set. I'm really happy to have done this challenge, and my hope is to continue it after this because this is just such a fundamental habit for me to live well. And this last month has shown me that. And tonight and today, and being able to just really think very clearly about the past year and about what I want in life going forward, about what was missing and what needs to fill that now. It's just shown me that journaling brings me so much clarity. We're going to strive to keep it in the new year. This was a wonderful adventure. In short, it has been such a great month because of this challenge, and why would I want to not do that in the future? I do want to do that in the future, so I'm going to. I think that's all for tonight. The ball is going to drop really soon, so I have to go. But Socrates did say the unexamined life is not worth living. Not that it's not worth living, but it's true that examining it certainly makes it better.